Dear Diary, there's now 78 days of school left. Being back was weird and stressful. I started my morning with a game like I used to, getting to school at 8 where I quickly went over to Yuko. We talked about anime for a while before moving on to other things like music and video games. Juzo came over at 8:20 and I've decided to give her a second chance, but with Juzo came Park and the bell. As I ran through the gates to get to class, Kiro called out an insult to me. I had forgotten the layout of the Japanese classroom, so I stood frozen by my desk for a while, scared to look around, but I made my way to Yuko. We talked until I got worried about standing against the wall, so we moved to the front of the class and she complimented me. I got more confidence when the bell went for break and I instantly made my way to Yuko where more compliments and talk of anime ensues. Kiro called Yuko over and they were having a nice conversation, albeit very close. Then they both got very angry and I thought they were going to fight like everyone else does, but when the bell went they just dropped it. After gym I was listening to Yuko, Juzo and Kiro talk and Itsumikai came over. Yuko had been talking about her a bit, so I thought she might say something about Yuko, but she just brought up those rumors. It was terrifying coming home. Even when my house was in sight I was worried someone would be inside, but no one was. I stretched for about an hour, played a game, and I just got a commission, so I think I'll do that then go to bed. I'm doing okay. I'm going to be fine. Dear Diary, I started my day with a video game, getting back into routine. Today Yuko was wearing something different. I complimented her and we talked for a while. It was going good, but then everyone was going inside and I started getting worried about being attacked, so I went into a random classroom where I found a bottle of seishu. I don't need the extra anxiety, but it's not good for alcohol to just be out like that. So I took it. When I left the classroom I saw Kiro and Masatake talking. Then Takafumi ran by and said good morning to Masatake, which gave me a really weird feeling. It seems like everyone's relationships really changed in the 11 days I was gone. It's pretty surprising Yuko talks to me like I never left. I know she saw me a few times over my recovery, but still. After the first class I was talking to Yuko about anime and she told me I should ask Itsumikai's opinion on the episode we were talking about. I did with a lot of hesitation, but luckily Itsumikai likes anime too. Yuko had brought up my stretches a few times today, so for the entire break I stretched in the gym, which didn't really work in my favor because it really tired me out. I slowly made my way to the next class, and as soon as the bell went I made my way to art, because if I didn't get a head start I wouldn't have made it in time. At home I only had enough energy to write this and do an essay for someone. I'll be able to shower before bed but won't get to anything else. Good night. Dear Diary, I played my morning game for a bit longer, probably as much as I used to. When I got to school Yuko was doing laps. She stopped when she saw me and asked if I had done my stretches. Masatake nearly knocked me over going up the stairs, then ran right into Yako. After the first class I talked to Yuko. Tsuruki was making little comments about what we were saying, and Itsumikai joined in on our conversation. After gym Ayasada yelled at me when I walked past her to get to Yuko. I only talked to Yuko for a while before Kiro grabbed me and took me aside. She kept insulting me and I was too scared to walk away. When the bell went she let go of me and shoved me. It reminded me so much of that afternoon. I don't know how. It's not a physical thing, I just have a gut feeling. I asked Ueo if she noticed Kiro leaving early the day of the attack and she said there was a few people that left when I did, but she couldn't be sure. I don't think I've ever done anything to Kiro. I hope there isn't something being spread about me that's upsetting people. I think I would prefer a group of strangers to have attacked me at this point. After class I wanted to listen in on Kiro's conversations to find any hints that she could have been one of the people to hurt me, but a teacher was hanging around her and Itsumikai was talking to me. Then the bell went, so I didn't get any information. I got home as quick as I could. A bit worried Kiro would know I was onto her, but I'm fine. I'm safe. I'm home. I did a commission, watched an episode of anime, read a manga volume, did my nighttime stretches, showered, then got to writing this. Dear Diary, I had completely forgot about my rent and I haven't actually made enough. I don't have enough time to do commissions before school. It's fine. I can do it this afternoon. I'll be fine. Don't worry about rent, Diary, I've got that sorted. I got to school and talked to Yuko for a while before seeing Kiro and Juzo fighting, then having to go inside just in case Kiro saw me starring, and though I wanted to fight too, I did some stretches in the gym before sport class, which was fitting. Yuko didn't show up to class so I didn't know who to go to, especially with Ayasada lurking behind me. Eventually I went over to Iwao and we talked about music, which Park wasn't happy about. I tried to ignore her, but that was pretty stressful. When Park left, Tsuruki and Itsumikai joined our conversation and switched to video games. I saw Yuko go off to the side with Masatake. When I followed her over, I heard her complimenting me. I spent the break listening in on conversations. Yuko was sat behind Kiro, so I thought they might talk and give me some more clues if Kiro was a part of my attack. I wasn't getting anywhere, and then Juzo came over and I had to half pay attention to what she was saying, but I'm pretty sure Yuko and Kiro didn't say anything important. After English I asked Yuko about Kiro and she said she hadn't noticed anything suspicious. Atsumikai came over and told me her concerns about Park and Ayasada. Park isn't on my list of concerns though, because Atsumikai said she had a long argument with Park the day of the attack, but because of that she couldn't confirm where Ayasada was, though she thinks she's too weak to hurt anyone. When the last bell rang I came right back here, home, and I may or may not have drank that seishu from the classroom. I mean, it's definitely helped me do my art and get the money I needed. I'll go shower and sleep. Good night. Dear Diary, today was an overall bad day. I finished my morning game a bit earlier, so I did some stretches, which put me over time, which I didn't realize. So when I got to school I tried to talk to Yuko and Itsumikai as they were going inside and didn't get why they were in a rush. I did get to class on time, I guess. I wanted to continue my mission to figure out if Kiro was my attacker. So I stood at the back of the class reading everyone's lips. It took so long for Kiro to talk to someone. She must have noticed me staring, because when I was leaving to get to the next class she shoved me. I had that same gut feeling that her hands had touched me before. Maybe I'm making it up at this point, but I remember blue, like Kiro's hair. At break I was going to keep listening to Kiro, but Kishi, I still don't know her last name, came up to me and took my half-hearted hello as an invitation to kiss me. I don't know where that's the normal response, but it's not in Japan, and especially not when it comes to me. I should have known she would pull something like that again. After her ignoring me when I confronted her, I did a lap around the school. Running through the snow gave me that nice freezing hot feeling that calmed me down enough to get to class. When the bell went, I didn't like it enough where I would do it again just for fun, but I would come to find that I would need to do it again, because after maths I was having a nice conversation with Yuko, and Juzo came and joined in, which I thought would be fine because it's been half a month or something since our last issue, but no, she kisses me, just like Kishi did, just like she's done before. So I do that run around the school again. I went into the change room where Masatake and Yeiko were arguing. Masatake left and I started talking to Yeiko, but Kishi came in and I had to leave. I had noticed something during Japanese class. The teacher was away from her desk, so when the bell went I grabbed it and went home. It was another bottle of seishu, and some antidepressants which I do regret taking. I just went to the shop and brought my own bottle of seishu, which I think I'll drink so I can smash out some more art. Dear Diary, it's the middle of the day, but let me just quickly catch you up really quick. I did my hour of stretches after waking up, and I was about to read a manga volume when I remembered I had an anime Yuko wanted to watch, so I invited her over. We watched 3 episodes. She joked we were being lazy, so we did some stretches until an alarm went off on her phone and she quickly had to get home. Which brings us to now, when I got this email from the headmaster.
Dear all students, when you signed up to this winter schooling program you agreed to maintain a passing grade. We are 39 days in, the tests are at their easiest, there should be no reason for anyone to be failing, and yet, we have students who are. Because we care deeply about our school continuing to have high ratings, all who have grades below a 50 in any class by next Friday will be asked to leave. We are being very generous by not putting the minimum at 60 like other schools. All teachers are willing to have any student retake any test or assignment or to complete extra credit work. An email will be going out tomorrow to everyone to explain if you are above or below a 50 in any class. We expect to not have to let anyone go on the coming Friday. Headmaster Kirabayashi.
I'm really worried about where I'm at because of being gone, maybe. Hopefully they'll make an exception for me. I'm about to go to bed even though I'm still nervous about that email. I ended up spending the day doing art, stretching, reading manga, browsing a thrift shop, playing video games, more art, and of course showering. Dear Diary, I ate my last bits of food today forgetting it was a public holiday, which was stupid of me. I did my stretches, and some commissions until I got the email about my grade.
Dear Miss Miyako Kimi, you have received more than 50 in each class and are on track to graduate. Headmaster Kirabayashi.
Despite that, I'm still pretty worried because there's no specifics. I could be on all 51s for all I know. Still, I played some video games to try get my mind off it, before doing some extra studying and completing an essay for a high schooler. I'm going to read some manga volumes before showering and going to bed.
Did you all get your grade tracker thing?
Like you'd care.
I did.
I think it was a time-scheduled email.
So you did get it.
Yes, I'm on track.
Same, I've got a 101 in Japanese.
Where's that on the email?
Oh, it's not. The teacher told me on Friday.
That's nice. Good job, Masatake. What about you, Sonoko and Ayasada?
I'm fine.
I am too.
Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying this series. It's pretty fun fleshing out characters on the side that I didn't make. I'm doing my best to not have this series include death in any way. Stay safe, stay happy, please subscribe, and goodbye.